Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. Today I'm very pumped, very excited, as I usually am when we do an unboxing, but that's sort of crazy guy I am. Today we're going to be harnessing the powers of the arcane, slinging spells, as we check out Grey Fox Games' new one, ARCANA Rising. Hey folks, welcome back. If you don't know me, and you should by now, my name is Matt and I am super pumped, as I said in the tease, to be taking a look at Grey Fox Games' ARCANA Rising. This is a 1 to 6 player engine building game in the vein of Valley of the Alchemist, that sort of stuff, but with cards. You'll be drafting spells, harnessing arcane magics and artifacts in order to create the most amazing spells you can, earn the most VP, and take out the W. The cover on this one, the box and everything else, we'll get down top and I'll show you all the components. But first and foremost, we're going to rip the plastic off this sucker. Grey Fox, the production on this is amazing. This is the Deluxe edition. Plastic, of course, goes on the floor. This is the Deluxe edition of the game. So there are a few things in here you will not find in retail. If you didn't back the Kickstarter, you're missing out. Some of our Patreons actually got on board and jumped on board our pledge managers to get copies of this one as well. And I can tell you now, they're super excited. It was worth the wait. Some of the scoring mechanisms on this one, some of the components on this one, card play, card mechanics. It just allows for a crazy, crazy time. So I'm excited to get into this one. The box, the camera is probably not doing the box justice. There's this crazy little rainbow foil on the cover, which is bloody fantastic. It also exists on the back of the box as well. But look, let's get down to the table. We'll show you a bit more about what it's about, what's inside. And then once we've done that, I'll be able to get a playthrough done. Come on over, let's have a look. And there she is. Look at that. I don't know if this is going to do it justice, but there is that rainbow foil on this one. It just looks amazing. Serious Arcana magics. It's just brilliant. I really love the foil on this. The detail is really spectacular. The fact that the back of the box has that entire rainbow foil as well, it just stands out on the shelf. I bloody love it. It's fantastic. Components and everything else in there as well. Bit of an overview. But the most important thing is, what's amazing about this box is it does sort of sit flush, but now that it's shifted around a little bit, it's actually not sitting flush. So I don't know, that's because of the components in there. They are plentiful. This actually came with sleeves as well. Not in the standard Deluxe. We paid a bit extra for those too, I think. But that's going to allow, oh my goodness, it's causing quite a bit of camera shake. So I'm just going to open that one up and then we'll get that off there. The box is just fantastic. I can understand why they didn't do anything on the inside of the box. This is the rulebook, funnily enough. Very, very useful rulebook. The material on it's very flimsy. I mean, it's a good high quality color print, but the actual material's a bit, I don't know, there's something about a tactile experience even with the rulebook and the quality of the paper stock, and this unfortunately is just not what I would like. Having said that, with the amount of money they've spent on the box alone, I can forgive that. Again, full color, talks about the components, setup, how to play on your turn, what to do. It's a standard rulebook, that's what they do. I do like the discipline breakdown for all the different cards, solo game mode, which I love, and of course a bit of a glossary on what's going on. That is pretty straightforward. What we've got here is a bit of a drafting turn board or crafting board, I guess. Again, haven't played it myself yet, and I do say yet. I might even get a crack this afternoon. We'll see how we go. There is components for all the bits and pieces, double layered thickness, which is nice, so that nothing really shifts around, which is cool. I like that. Tokens everywhere. Now the chipboard on these is it's actually very thick. I didn't expect that to be as thick. So there you go. It's interesting because the actual components themselves, so these are point markers, I'm assuming. The actual thickness of these is a little bit larger than most. So isn't that interesting? The rulebook is flimsy, but these are very, very, very strong. These are different resource markers for different things. And I think they represent resource values, material values. Of course, if I'm wrong, you will see that on the screen. We'll get one of those, and we've got another sheet of the same here, which is fine, and another sheet of the same. My goodness, there's lots of components, lots of tokens. Now we have here what looks like a player board. It is blank on the back. My goodness, there is some crazy wind and noise coming from outside. So I think this is the different disciplines that you can try to build up your card pool or your engine for. So for example, in the charm school, you get to gain a charm. You spend 3 charms to gain 1, maybe it's a victory point, that symbol, I'm not sure. Spend 3 to get 1, gain 1 herb for herbology, gain 1 blood, gain 1 potion, and if you spend 1 resource, you gain 1 gold. 1 gold equals 1 victory point maybe at the end of the game, and then you got your discard pile at the far end. Now looking at this, there should be 6 of these because this game does play up to 6 players, so we'll grab those out of the way. There you go, so they're all the same. And then we've got, let's see, we've got some tokens. Now these, I'm happy to say, storage bags, very lovely, we love that. Storage bags, very important. Now these are very cool. These fit in that tray you saw earlier, and these are different disciplines, I guess, their values. So maybe their trade for engine. And these are like, if you've ever played Splendor, these are basically the same as those metallic coins from Splendor, and they make a great noise as well, he says, as he nearly drops a lot of them. But a great tactile experience. I'm digging that. And they've got little bubbles, magical bubbles around them as well, which is very cool. I'm digging those. Nice noise, nice clink, which is fantastic. As I said, baggies, very helpful for storage for all the different components. We have got cards en masse, cards upon cards upon cards, which we love. Now these are some extra Kickstarter exclusive cards. We've got different resource markers. Now these represent the same as these tokens, I think, because this is the deluxe edition, where instead of tokens, you can use the little wooden bits. So these little wooden bits represent, I think that's the same as having a 1. What we will do, silica gel goes on the floor. That is nothing magical about that component. We do not need that at all. And then you've got here the larger versions of same. So they must be worth 1 and 5 respectively. If I can pop them there so you can see a size comparison. So you've got the 1s and the 5s, and they are very thick, very durable wooden token, which is just awesome. And having the grain is quite nice too. Very cool. I do like those. I'm going to pop that one back in there, and I will seal those before I knock everything flying, because I do have a tendency to do that of late. If you watch my Manus Falls unboxing, you know I threw heaps of stuff on the floor because I was just so excited. Not to say I'm not excited about this one. Then you've got the baggie there where you'll be drawing resources and other bits and pieces from the different things as well. So it just requires a bit of a random drop, bit of random luck element, which is great. And then we've got some score tokens. Now, score abakai, I should say. Now, these are from the, obviously included in the deluxe game. They're not included in the basic, and you can slide your score and tally up your score. So, you know, when you get to 9 points, then add next one for 10, etc. I love that. I do love they're in the 6 different colors, which also denote the colors of the different, effectively the disciplines that you can acquire. So that's the charm one, blood. I do like they've got the colored gem in the top as well to remind you of the color. That one is, which one is this one? Maybe not. Maybe it's just a color definer, which is a shame because the rest of them look like this. The gold. That one could be the potions. That one's the green. So whichever one I missed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is one I missed. That's okay. That's okay. There's 6 there. They're done in most of the disciplines, and then there's just that one grey player who's there. That's the one we'll use least because it doesn't have its own discipline. They're just generic, which is cool. All right, we'll have a look at the Kickstarter exclusive bits and pieces. And then it's going to be a massive sleeve fest this afternoon to sleeve all the cards, but that's okay. So these have a cool little backing which has the 5 disciplines on there, which is obviously pretty straightforward. We know what they are. And then here, it looks like we've got the Charming Decree. So these could be part of a decree expansion, which gives you extra little bits and pieces. and you will shuffle those up and have those as a secret. Maybe it's a secret from the other players, I'm not sure. Digging that as an option though. Secret information is kind of groovy. Now we've got here cards, but we've got one that has a bit of a pull and one that doesn't, which is very odd. Very odd way they've done that. When you've got, you know, you effectively manufacturing a card game and you do one packet that's got a little pull tab on it and the other one that doesn't. But hey, that's what we've got our trusty pocket knife for. So we have some 3 cards, which I think you shuffle up and obviously dictate as level 3 spells. And I'm thinking we're going to head finally into some level 2 spells, which is a nice rich purple, which is cool. And then maybe the level 1 cards will be in there. So I'm not 100% sure of the symbology. I think these are purchase costs. And then once you've got them, you can use them as your engine. So plus a little resource bag. And then you can do these to add a token to this card, then gain 1 herb and 1 VP per token on the card. So for every token you have, you get those resources, which could be very handy if you get lots of growth on those cards. Blood Draft for 2 tokens. Discard this card, gain 2 VP, discard this card if there's a token on it, otherwise add 1. So that one you only get a certain number of times, same deal. Gain 3 potions and 1 VP. If you need to, you can always stop and pause the video if you want to read the cards. Gain 2 VP for each card under charms. 2+, I'm assuming, is to do with the player count. Tome of Gold. Tome of the Archmage, gain 5 VP for each set of 5, 1 card under each discipline. So again, it's about that engine building. Very similar to Splendor in a way, which is a game that I just can't crack against my wife. She just smashes me at it all the time, but that's okay. Spend 4 potions to gain 5 gold. Bit of alchemy going on there. Oh, Summoning of Knowledge. That is a knowledge demon. That's some scary shit. I'm happy to be a bit less intelligent. Gain 3 blood and 3 VP. The artwork is nice. I don't mind it. The gameplay and the mechanics are what it's all about with this one. The artwork is nice, but it's not why we backed this on Kickstarter. See, I mean, that's cool. Natural power, gain 2 herbs and 2 VP. So I wonder if you can acquire the cards in different ways. Like this one here says 4 charms or 6 resources. Or 4 charms and 6 resources, I'm not sure. Elixir of Development, gain 2 VP and 2 potions, but do you have to spend the cards? Gain 8 VP. Treasures of the Archmage, that must be one of those 3 points that we talked about. Treasures of Memory, Treasures of the Master, Treasures of Knowledge. Summon Eclipse, cast every discipline except your largest, choose if tied. Do this just 1 time, then discard this card. So some of these must have actions that activate immediately when you purchase the card. This one, Summon Cosmic Manipulation, move 1 spell card in your tableau to the bottom of an adjacent discipline, cast the new discipline. So maybe you can only activate 1 discipline per turn. Again, not 100% familiar on the rules. If you've played this one, if this is something that's in your collection, has made its way into your collection, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're one of our lovely backers and you may have acquired a copy of this through Kickstarter, through our pledge manager, by all means, let everyone know your thoughts on your experience. I know you've had some amazing fun with this one, and I can't wait to join you for a game or 2. We've got here the rest of the level 2 cards, obviously level 1 cards there. And these ones have the Emotional Alchemical Conversion, spend 3 charms to gain 3 gold. So different cards do different things. I don't know whether these are shuffled or whether they're in certain piles, but I do like the fact that there is a plethora of combinations for all the different crazy elements and crazy different disciplines that are available. Cultivate Power. Now that's got a red moon on it. I wonder if that has something to do with, maybe it's a starting card, because the red moon is here as well on the bag. If you have 6+ herbs, gain 2 VP. 1 herb, this card activates on every turn that you cast. Interesting. We'll put the rest of the 2 cards there. And then we've got here all level 1s, I'm assuming. Yes. Again, that nice vibrant green color, which is awesome. We've got here Alchemical Theory of Pain. Spend 3 blood, gain 2 gold. Sure, blood money. I like it. And there's 1 card for each of the different currencies. spend 1 resource, gain 1 gold. Basic alchemical theory. And there's nothing. Doesn't cost you anything, potentially, if that's what that is. Blood of Greed. Add a token to this card. Spend a resource, gain 1 blood, 1 VP, gain 1 blood. Lots of gaining blood. Do you want to go down that road and be a blood mage? Who knows? Charm the transmuters. If you have 1 alchemy cards, gain 2 charms. If you have 2 potions, gain 2 charms, gain 1 charm. So there obviously is some basic cards that will be some starting cards, I would imagine, as you play through this one. Again, there's that moon. I wonder what that means. I'm pretty sure that I would have already explained it in the subtitles or title cards that'll come up on the screen, but that's okay. Gain 1 potion. So obviously, if you have the basic ones in play, it doesn't cost you anything, but you'll basically be able to use those when you cast that discipline to gain those resources, which will help you get bigger and better things. If you have the most cards under alchemy, gain 5 VP. There are no ties. Oh, wow, okay. Crown of Bones, Crown of Glass. I'm digging the crown art. That's good. I really like it. Crown of Antiquity there, and that is all the components. That is it. That's all we can see for this one. I do like the storage solution. There's plenty of room there for all the bells and whistles, especially now that once the token sheets have been punched, there'll be enough room for the box lid to actually collapse properly. Room for the sleeved cards. There is a bit of give there as well once the cards are sleeved, and obviously there's space for the reserve for the 2 wells as well, which I'm digging. And then the boards will sit on top along with all the tokens and chips and everything else. But that pretty much concludes the contents of this one. Let's come back out, give you some final thoughts, and let you know what we think about Arcana Rising. And there it is, the contents of Arcana Rising by Grey Fox Games. This is the follow-up to their previous Kickstarter, Tortuga 2199, which we unboxed a little while ago. And we love it, one, because it's a deck builder. This one here is a different style of game, engine building, as I said at the outset. So it's more so Splendor. It's not so much worker placement, it's very much engine building based, but I do like the card drafting element. The components look great. It's just that rule book that I had a few issues with, but at the same time, getting the deluxe version with those abaci to keep track of score is just the business. I'm really digging it. I'm looking forward to getting it to the table and having a bit of fun. I'm even going to enjoy having a bit of a sleeving session, I think, with this one, popping the cards in sleeves and then getting them ready to hit the table, because as this is card based, while majority of the time I take really good care of my stuff and I don't sleeve every single game I've got because it would just take forever, at the same time, there are certain games that I do sleeve. Mantis Falls is one, because it's a game that is there's a lot of shuffling, a lot of other stuff going on, and there's lots of fine print. And I just feel that having that game sleeved, just because it's got a lot of card play, means the cards are going to be, tried and tested, and are going to last a long time. And I have a feeling it's going to hit the table a lot. This one here, I expect as well, because it's got that player count from 1 through 6, and I think at a 2-player point, this is still going to be quite the challenge. It's one thing about Valley of the Alchemists, there was a 5th player component, but I think with this one here, this is going to be a faster playing version of that game, or a style of that game. The artwork, as I said, is okay. I don't mind it. I think this is going to be, the mechanics on this one and the quick pick up and play of this is going to be where it's at. Again, as I said in the unboxing, have you played this one? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If there's anything you want to see, do you want to see us do a playthrough of this one? Do you want to see a solo mode play of this one? By all means, let us know. As always, thank you very much to our Patreon subscribers for allowing us to do all the crazy stuff that you let us do here on the channel, on GameLINK. We really appreciate it. Christmas is obviously not too far away, so by all means, if you haven't already got your orders in, please do so to make sure that our friends at Australia Post can get you your shipping on time. Otherwise, if you're local, you can always click and collect as well on the store, hpgaming.com.au, and we will see you back at the table for some more crazy fun in the not too distant future. Lots of unboxings coming your way, lots of Kickstarters arriving, including a cheeky shipping notification from Zombicide Undead or Alive, which is going to be huge. We will see you back at the table very soon, folks. As always, hit that subscribe button, give us a like if you can. Small action from you, huge respect from us. We really appreciate it. We'll see you back at the table very, very soon. Until then, though, it is bye for now.